everyone, welcome back to the Yoga at Boone Homes Public Library. I hope everybody is doing well. Let's take a seat in your chair. Nice comfortable seat, getting ready for class. Take a moment or two, get situated. I'm seated and I have my feet on a block. Right? I always have them on a block to make the connection with the earth. I have my blanket on my lap and I'm just gonna take a moment or two, take a nice normal breath, getting comfortable and ready for class. And when you're ready, just let's close the eyes. And we're just going to take a few breaths of our normal breath. And we're going to start with a nice slow inhale, right? Nice complete inhale. And a nice full complete exhale. Making the breaths, the inhales and the exhales smooth and silky and with control. Let's take a nice inhale for 4 counts. We'll hold for 2 at the top and exhale for 6 counts. And do a few of these rounds at your own pace and your own count, right? Make it your own. After your next exhale, come back to your normal breath. Bring your hands to heart center, palms touching and fingers all touching, nice and gently. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, bow the head, chin meets chest. Completely exhale. Inhale the head back up to center. Release the arms and your hands. The hands come to the lap. And when you're ready, open the eyes. And just sit for a moment. Rolling the shoulders, right? Rolling them back and forward. And back again. Come to rest. And a nice inhale. Exhale the right ear to the right shoulder. And holding for a breath. Inhaling the head up to center, lowering left ear to left shoulder. Holding for a moment. Right, everything else is just relaxed. We're just warming the neck. Inhale, head up to center. Oh, then exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale, head up to center, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, head up to center. We're going to lower the chin to the chest, opening up the back of the neck. Just holding this chin to the chest for a moment. Inhale, head up. And then we're going to lower the back of the head right backwards. Then pull it on the abdomen, right? And then lift that head up to center. We don't want to use all the neck muscles or strain any of the neck. Bring that head back up to center. Terrific. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to look out over that right shoulder. Getting a nice opening on the left side. Inhale, head around to center, and just bring the head gently over to look out over that left shoulder. Inhale, the head around to center, all right? We're just going to roll the shoulders back and forward. Now we're going to do the same set again. We're going to be looking out over our right shoulder. And as we look out over the right shoulder when we get there, I want our eyes to look up and down, right? Working the eye muscles, right? Really good. Keeps everything fluid and moving. So take a nice inhale. Exhale, look out over that right shoulder. And then take a look up at the eyes, not moving the head or the neck. I just say the head. And then look down with the eyes. And let's look right all the way over. Get the eyeballs all the way over. And then come left. Inhale. Bringing the head around to center. And then exhaling all the way over to look out over the left shoulder. And we're going to use the eyeballs again. We're going to look all the way left. All the way right. Up. And down. Take a nice inhale. Coming around to center. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale, lower the chin to the chest. Really nice exhale. And then we're going to keep the head lowered forward, and we're going to turning our chin to coming up and looking at that right shoulder. And then back down, making that U shape on the chest, coming up to the left shoulder. Heads down, right? Looking at the right shoulder. And just going 2 or 3 more times with this movement. Keeping the breath. And when you're finished, come back to center, pull it on the abdomen, and bring that head back up to center, roll the shoulders. Excellent. We're going to start working on this yogic seat. So my feet have a nice connection, whether to the earth, with your feet connected right to the earth, or on the block. Nice and seated, right? My spine is getting longer and taller. Top of my head is pulling skyward as if there was a string pulling my head and lengthening that spine, right? But I'm starting to push out on my rib cage. I'm not going to. I'm going to pull that back in. So I'm engaging my core, right? Just slightly, but it's engaged. My shoulders are back and down. Nice seated mountain pose, right? I'm not slumped over. I'm using my spine. I'm getting long and tall. And just find something which to stare, right? Fix the gaze for a moment. And take an inventory of this seated position, making sure that everything is where it should be. Excellent. Take a nice breath in. Filling all the lungs completely, and exhale. Right, and as you exhale, all the lungs, right, they collapse inward, getting a nice exercise. Inhale again, filling and widening. Exhale. Slow and long, controlled breath. Just bring the hands right in front of you. I know I'm seated all the way back. My back is against the chair. That's fine. The hands are just forward, wherever they are. I have this blanket on my lap for grounding. My palms are facing forward. And then I put the palms facing together, thumbs upward. My hands are wide with energy. Inhale the arms up, right? For the beginning, Urdhva Hastasana, seated, right? The objection of the pose, or the object I should say, is the objective is to get these arms nice and straight. Get those arms straight, not bending at the elbows, but straight, tall and long. Tall, tall, tall. Hands are wide. Energy. You're using the energy to keep those hands wide. Put the hands together. Palms meet and take a little look up at the hands, right? Lowering that head a little bit. And bring the hands right down the midline, right down center. Exhaling completely and sitting here for a moment. Hands touching, engaged. Right? Touch, touch, touch. Pushing a little bit. Bring back those shoulder blades so you're engaging that top, the shoulder blades, and that scapula, all the upper back. Ready for a moment. Inhale, just exhale the hands. Excellent. I'm going to remove the blanket. Removing the block as I'm going to move forward onto my chair. So now I'm seated. I'm no longer resting against the back of the chair. I have a long, tall spine again. Take an inventory of my seated position. Hands are down in front of us. We're going to do a nice twist. Seated mountain. Inhale the arms up. Sweep those arms, sweeping them up. It's not a rested sweeping. It's using all the energy. Hands are wide, right? Tall, long. Inhale and exhale. We twist to the right. Our hands come down. My left hand finds my right leg, and my right hand finds somewhere on the chair, right, to hold. So now pushing a little bit of this and just get the little twist in. Get back to the spine, making sure the spine is long and tall. Top of the head reaching skyward. Chin is slightly lowered. Inhale, get tall. And exhale, use this tension, this pressure, just get a little more twist as you exhale. And breathing, nice and tall, getting this shoulder back and down. Right shoulder's back and down. We're going to hold this for another moment. Getting ready. Inhale, the arms sweep up, right, coming tall and long again. Urdhva Hastasana, long and tall in the body, nice and tall. Exhale, twisting. All right, first twist, so take it easy. Here, my hands are lowering. Right hand, left leg. My left hand is going to find somewhere on this chair, wherever it is for you. All right, inhale, get tall. Exhale, start to twist a little bit more. It's the rib cage, right, that's twisting. It's the collarbone. The head can be wherever it is today. Don't worry about how far the head is moving. That's not the objective of this particular pose. Using the pressure of this right arm, getting a little more of a twist, keeping that spine twisting, right? Activating all those vertebrae, giving them a nice little workout. Inhale, the arms up again. Ooh, nice. Arms up, nice and tall. Nice and tall. Taking the right hand, holding the left wrist. Start to lean over to the right, so you're opening up and stretching into that left side body. So now that we're here, we're leaning over to the right. I want you to start leaning forward, curving that back, making a nice rounding of that back. That really gets into another set of upper muscles in that side body. And pull a little bit on that left arm. Pulling on the abdomen, coming back to seated. Arms are back to Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale. Taking left hand, right arm, leaning over to the left. Getting into that right side body. Okay, now we're going to start leaning forward, making a rounded back. Getting into that back, pulling on the abdomen, the core. This is not a passive move. We're exercising the abdominal muscles. Inhale yourself back up tall. Palms turn outward, just slowly lower. Rolling shoulders. And moving the head any way you feel that needs to be moved. Listening to the body. And if you find a spot that you need to spend some time on, do that. Making sure you're using the breath. Coming back to center. We're back in that nice seated mountain pose. Hands are in front of us. Spine is tall and long. Raise up those toes. Open those toes and scrunch them in. Open and scrunch. Open those toes, right? And scrunch them in. Open and scrunch them in. Working on this right foot, we're going to pick up this right foot. I'm just going to turn this ankle, this foot, making some circles. Let's do the left foot. Using the breath. Don't hold your breath. Make sure you're breathing. Bring that left foot back to the ground. We're going to do some upper body circles. So let's just start with that. Now, as you're going around, I really want you to make it your own. I don't want to just be like, swinging in the breeze. Really use the whole upper body, right? And make it that movement that you need, getting into that lower back, right? And working the side muscles, right? If you have to add something, I got the side crack out of that one. And then reverse it. This is really great to keep that spine supple, right? And keeping movement in our bodies. We don't want to become a creature where we're just unable to move sideways and all that. Come back to seated. Take a nice inhale. And exhale. I'm just going to move to the side, this way, and to the left. It's just the upper body moving. Getting into that waist a little bit. Take a nice breath in. Exhale to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Come back to center. We're going to do a seated little back bend. Hands are down, facing forward. Inhale the arms up. And as they're right overhead, you get tall in the arms. And then we just start to do a little back bend, right? We don't want to back bend from our lower back. We want to back bend. We want to push up our chest and then just lower a little tiny back bend, looking up. Inhale, pulling on the abdomen. We come back to center and our arms just come straight down in front of us. Very nice. Let's widen our legs. Right, nice and wide. Hands are down mountain. Inhale the arms up. Lower the left arm and use this pressure, right? And twist around a little bit to the right. So this whole torso turns around to the right. My armpit is open. I'm looking out towards the right. Inhale, we're gonna just switch the arms. Boop, boop, boop. Right arm comes down, presses against that right leg. Left arm is open and I'm twisting around my rib cage. Here we go again. We're just gonna switch the arms. Inhale. Switching, 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 switching. Turning open. Breath or two. Switching arms. Really nice. And turning to the left at this point. Opening up to the left. Breath or two. Lower that left arm. And just bring the hands right next to us again, nice and relaxed. We're going to do a seated forward fold. Right? Feet are wide apart. My legs are nice. They have a nice bend. Right? My legs aren't straight out, and they're not under my chair. They're right over. My knees are right over the ankles. Nice bend. Arms. If you need your block, put the block here. Hands are down in front of me. Inhale the arms up, right? I'm gonna flip those palms out and just start folding forward. And I'm gonna put my hands on the block and I'm gonna completely forward fold, right? If you're not feeling safe or comfortable in this position, please don't do it. And if your hands don't reach the ground, get a block or a book. And we're just gonna stay in this position for a moment or two. Our first forward fold, right? Feeling all the blood and all that energy coming to my head, nourishing, right? My spinal cord and my brain. Just letting it all hang. Now when you're ready, you're going to put your hands on your legs and you're just going to start rolling up. Don't swing that upper body up. Take your time and use your legs and the arms to come to a nice seated position, making sure you're feeling safe, right? After having all those fluids moving around the blood going to your head, you can become a little lightheaded. Nice inhale. Exhale. Let's do that again. Hands come down to the side, checking in with the spine, long and tall. Inhale the arms up. Right. And this time, we're just going to start leaning forward, right? Hinging at the hips. Arms are straight, they're forward, like we're reaching forward. Give a little reach, engage the muscles in the legs, pull it on the abdomen, like we're trying to hand somebody something in front of us, and then just lower down and let it all hang. Letting it all hang and relax. Another breath. Putting your hands on your legs and just walking everything up. Engage in the abdomen. Don't strain that lower back. Coming up. Bring that head back on top, right? Nice and gentle to the body. Letting everything settle in. And just take a moment and move the head around to get it. If you feel any kind of something that needs a little attention, right? Bring our feet back to center. Bringing right leg up to left for a figure 4. And start just pushing down a little bit on the thigh here, right? You can feel it getting into that hip a little bit. And keeping this right foot flexed. Just moving, pressing down a little bit on this thigh, just a little bit. That's it, a very subtle motion. Don't push on the knee. Bringing this leg up and interlacing your hands around the shin. Now we're gonna just get into that hip a little bit, hip flexor. And then the other way. Just bring it close to you. Ooh, give a nice hug if you can. And if you want to do, step it up a little bit, you can take your arms, right, and just kind of hug this shin and rock that baby. Keeping your foot flexed. Back and forth. And release that leg. Just twist it. Circle the foot. Bring left leg up and over. I'm just going to do a little movement, pushing down on that thigh a little bit. Keeping the left foot flexed. Bringing this left leg up and interlacing the hands around the shin. We're going to do some nice circles. Flexing that left foot. And reverse it. I forgot where I was going. Excellent. And bring down that left leg and then just do some circles with the foot, whatever it's calling to you. We're going to work on the upper back. If you have arms, or if you have something that you can grab onto in your chair, that is great, right? Because we're going to be pulling back on the shoulders. If you don't, you can interlace your hands behind your back, okay? Because the movement is we're going to be pulling back and pinching those shoulder blades. So that's the movement. So I'm going to use the chair. I have an open back chair. I'm just going to put my hands in here, right? And I'm just going to pull down, pull back and down, and pinching those shoulder blades. If you're interlacing your hands, right, I'll show you. You can interlace your hands behind your back, right? And just going to pull back and down, right? Do you see that? Pulling back and down and pinching in those shoulder blades. We're just going to do that for a moment or two. I'll stand up and do it. No, I'll sit down. Take a nice breath in. Another nice breath. And just release and roll up and down. We're going to take our arms, we're going to put them, we're going to start out in goddess, okay? Start out in goddess. I'm going to bring them back. Then you can also feel that upper back working and those shoulder blades getting into that shoulder blade, right? And all the muscles back there. I want to keep that posture nice, right? So I'm still holding. Inhale the arms up. Exhale them back, right back behind the head and down. Just holding. Bring them forward, connecting the hands. Inhale, exhale. Inhale them open, up and back, right? Up and back, and now just drop them a little bit. Drop those elbows. Just straighten out those arms, right? Tall, look at those long arms. Energy's coming straight through those arms. Sweep the arms up, palms touch. Exhale, midline, hands are connected. Close the eyes for a moment. Take a nice breath in. Exhale, loosen the shoulders, lower them. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands, come into the lap, roll the shoulders again. That's excellent. Let's take the arms in front of us, palms are facing towards each other, and the thumbs are up, right? We're gonna do eagle arms. Okay, so we're gonna bend at the elbow, taking right arm over left, so they're crossed. Now, if this is where you are today, that's great, right? That's fantastic. If you can, connecting the hands, right? So everything is twisted, so to speak, connected. My hands are touching. And then we're gonna lift up those elbows. High, 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 high. High, high. Nice breath in. Exhaling. Breath in. Exhale and unwind. Just sweep out the arms. Big stretch. Exhale. Bring the arms down next to us. Roll. Bring the arms once again in front of us. Palms are facing each other. Thumbs are up. Bending at the elbow. Left goes over right. If you're like this, that's fine. If you can grab palms, right? Palms are now touching. Bring up the elbows so you get as tall or as high as you can. Don't hold the breath. Take a nice breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale in one, and sweep out the arms like that eagle. And then just bring the arms down. Rolling the shoulders up and down. Sitting in the seat, feet are connected. We're going to do some lift-offs. Here we are. And we're just going to come up. Right, tall, and then we're going to go back seated. We're going to hit the seat this time. That's the first one. Second one, come tall. But we're just going to hover over that seat, right? I'm going to feel the seat is right here. 6 or 8 inches. Yeah, about 6 inches from it. Never 4 inches. Come tall. Coming back, right? Using the leg muscles. Don't put all the weight of the knee. Use your thigh. Use that back side. Come to stand. Coming back. Right. So while we're here, we're in this nice kind of seated position or chair position. We're going to put the body weight, our body weight into the left leg and come up on the toes, I should say, of the right foot. Holding for a moment. And now switching, lowering that right foot and coming up the toes of the left foot, right? So the body weight is in the thigh and the back side of this right foot. And now we're going to switch again. Weight is in my left, toes. I have a lot of pressure. I'm pushing on this. I'm not lifting my foot. And we're going to switch over, but put the majority of the weight in the right side body, right? Up on the toes. This is really good exercise for the toes. Putting both feet on the ground, still in the seated position, coming tall, and coming up onto our tippy toes. Using the leg muscles, strengthening the feet, pulling it on the abdomen, get a little bit taller, and lowering onto the feet. Just do a little bit of rocking on those feet. Right, getting into the bones and the muscles. Ooh, really good for balance. All over. See, I'm like rolling my feet. Right, and if you have the third balls, we've used them before, make sure you're using those on your feet. Putting my chair next to me, my feet are hip width distance. I have a nice mountain pose. There we go. Excuse me. I'm going to put my body weight over into the left side body. I'm just going to come up on my tippy toes of my right foot, okay? And then let's take that foot rather off the floor. So we're just now balancing on our left foot, right? And you can use this, or you can take your hand off the chair, right? Just to work on our balance. Great, put that right foot down. Moving the body weight into our right side body, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to get that left foot off the ground. Just getting into the balance on the right side. One side is always better than the other side, right? Left is always, or right is always, everyone's different. That foot is off the ground. Putting both feet back on the ground, we're going to come up on our toes. Ooh, feels good. And then just get into those toes. This is really nice. If you want to, and you're able to squat, right, you can always get on the ground if you want and do a little squatting, if you choose to. But I really like this movement. I think it really gets into the feet and all the toes. And do it on one foot. You got move it back and forth across the toes, right? Really nice. And go back and forth. Let's have our chair. We're going to be facing the chair. We'll do some forward folds, and we'll get into the hamstrings and the legs and the back with our forward folds. So my feet are hip width distance. That's how we always start our mountain pose, and my hands are in front of me. Long, tall spine, energy from the top of my head straight through, right from the heavens to the earth. Connection. I'm fixed, right, in my vision. I'm staring at something. Soft bend in my knees. Inhale the arms up. Let's take a look up at the arms. Someone's pulling our arms up, right? And as they pull, all of this is getting tall. We just do a little back bend, nothing crazy. Right, bend the knees. Inhale, turn the palms out as we going forward, leaning forward, right? I'm descending, descending, descending. Now my hands are gonna hit the chair. Right, really nice. And I'm just gonna forward fold right here. Nothing crazy, just allowing fluids to flow, allowing that rich oxygen blood move through the body. Soft bend in my knees, right? That releases the hamstrings, gives you some relief. Now we're going to go bending into the right foot, the right leg, right? Bending into the knee, and going back and forth between left and right, bending and straightening. We've done this before, right? If we were doing a downward dog, you'd be pedaling out the dog, going back and forth. And getting into those hamstrings, and you can feel all the way up. And then coming to stillness and getting some length. Start moving out those legs. Right, start backing out and getting into a little, nice long spine, right? And you bend in those knees and get into a long spine. It opens up the sides and allows everything to open. Ooh, it's not passive. You're working. Now take those hands and put them into little cups, right? Like little spiders. That's going to really work the arms, the upper arms. Inhaling, exhaling, and pushing that bottom, pushing that backside, long and tall. Cups of the hands. Your hands are like little cups. And those shoulder blades are working. Just release everything. And then walk forward to the chair. So you're closer to the chair. Right? Shake out those legs. And then roll up to stand. Pull it on the abdomen, roll up. Making sure you're okay. Come to mountain. Really nice. And that's accessible to you wherever you are. You can use your bed if you want, right? You can use the kitchen counter. Just gonna put this chair, and you can put it in front of you or next to you. We're gonna do some balance poses. So wherever you feel like you might need it today, I'm just gonna move it out of the way. For me, I'm gonna, we are going to do Warrior One. So here we go. Coming to the front of my mat. Excuse me, my feet are hip width distance, right? I'm just gonna pick up this right foot. I'm gonna bring it back 2.5 feet, right? Really nice. My back foot's at a slight angle, and my rib cage and my hips are facing forward. And then you can feel this left leg kind of pull back, right? I have a nice length between my feet. My legs are nice triangle. Gonna bend into that right knee. My right knee is gonna stay over my ankle. Knee over ankle, right? Never more forward. And then you have to adjust yourself. And then you bring the arms up. Really nice, tall. Get tall, stretching in the side bodies. Bending into that front leg. My back leg is strong. I'm pushing back with this thigh. I'm not bending into it, leaning. No, it's tall. That's not good when you bend that back leg. Don't bend that back knee. Try to wiggle it around and get it nice and straight. And if you can, if you want to, do a little back bend. Tall. Straighten out that front leg, right? My hands come down. My hands are on my waist, right? Here they are. Nice and tall. Breathing in. And as you exhale, you can start hinging forward, right? You're hinging forward at the hips, right? And then you can find the chair and just do a little movement. Just hold here for a moment. You're going to feel that back of that leg, that back of that left leg open up a little bit. Bending at the knee if you want. Pulling in on all the muscles. Pulling in, pulling up, pulling on the urination muscles. Pull yourself back up to stand. Right, using the core and all the muscles. Coming back to stand. Hands are back on the waist. Heel toe. Right, your feet together to come back to stand. Right, really nice. No jumping. We don't do any of that. It's not this. Really nice. Hands down, mountain. Inhale, the hands up. Palms touch. They just come straight down the center. Really nice. Facing the chair again. Let's get ourselves to face the chair. Feet are hip width distance. Mountain pose. Dropping that bottom a little bit to open up that lower back. pulling on the abdomen, right? We're strengthening the abdomen, the urination muscles, palms face forward. A breath or two. Walk up or walk to the front of the mat for setting up for warrior one on the other leg, right? Left leg is going to go back, three-ish feet. Right face is forward, my hips face forward, my collarbone, everything, shoulders are facing forward. Move around that back leg. It should be at a 45-degree-ish angle, right? Facing towards the top corner of the mat. Bending into that right leg, not going over the foot with the knee. Fix that foot. And engage this leg. Engage the glutes and engage all of this. Pull it in. Pull it in. Use the muscles. Gauging this right leg. Right? Everything is strong. You can feel this hip opening. Arms are up, tall and long. Leaning into that right foot, bending into that right leg. Breathing. Inhale, get tall. The armpits, do a little back bend. Breathing. Coming back to warrior one. Palms turn out, the arms come down, my leg is straight, right? Both my legs are straight at this point. I'm making sure I'm facing forward. I'm just gonna hinge. Ooh. Grabbing the chair, trying to get a little bit of extra stretch in the legs, maybe moving the hips around. If you have to bend in that right leg like I do because I'm tight, bend. Getting that body long and tall. And heel toe your feet together, right? Loop, 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 loop. Or you can bring that left leg up. Come to stand. As long as you get to stand safely, that's how we want you to. We are going to be a few feet, about 2 feet from our chair. We're going to do a little balance with warrior three. Okay, warrior three. So here we are. Feet are hip width distance, a little bend, mountain. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, just leaning forward, right? Bending, leaning, whatever. We're at there we go. See, my back is nice and straight. Really nice. Make sure you're connected. Lift up those toes, make a nice connection again to the earth. Putting the body weight into your left side body, right? I'm going over to the left. Just gonna bring up this right leg behind me. Right now, you don't want the leg way up here. That's like a standing split. Just want it to be hip height, right? Or not even. But you want to try to get these hips lined up. Your foot is flexed, it's facing down, and your hips should be even. That's it. Little bit of balance. Bend into that left knee if you have to. Bring that right leg back. Walk out those feet. Tippy toes. Body weight over to the right side. We're just going to bring up that left leg behind us. And bring down that left hip. Don't be this. Bring down that left hip. Flex that leg. Try to get a little length. And lower that left leg. Walking it out. Maybe come for the tippy toes. Bending into the knees, just come rolling up. Roll up that back. Make that back nice and round. Rolling up. Sweep up the arms. Take a look up to the heavens. Tall. Ooh. Sweep down. Exhale. Roll out the shoulders. Moving around the neck and the head. Coming back to the front of the mat. rolling. Just stand for a moment, taking in the few poses that we did. Getting tall. Inhale, exhale. Finding our seat, preparing for a little breathing exercise in Shavasana. I like the block under my feet. So taking a moment now and just getting yourself up for the last few minutes of class. Once you've settled in, take a nice breath, fully and completely filling the lungs, right? All the sides, the back, everything. Take a nice breath in, exhale. And sit with the feelings of the practice. Okay. All the asanas are in preparation for meditation. That's the order in which yogis prepare for their time of meditation. Taking a breath in, breath out. And just letting the nervous system calm down, allowing the breath to move through the body. Taking inventory of the body, starting from the top of the head, releasing the eyebrows, not clenching the jaw, release the jaw. Okay, open up the mouth a little bit, and then close it. Release the shoulders. Make sure your neck is relaxed. You're not jetting your head out. Pulling it back a little bit. Getting a little bit taller. Spine. Third eye moving down the spine. As we breathe. Hands are not clenched. You're not making any fists. Shake them out if you have to. Shake out those hands. Let's put them back on the lap, on your lap. Mind's eye goes down the leg, the thigh, the knee, the shin, to the feet. And then just open and close the feet and the toes a few times. And then just let them fall how they may. Just letting the breath guide the body to relaxation. Taking a breath in, then out. And as we begin our relaxation time, always know that the thoughts and our to-do lists and everything else that clutters our mind will be there at the end of the few minutes that we spend in our class, right? So during this time, put the thoughts away. Right? Easier said than done, I know, but push them aside, watch them go. right? A thought comes in and it just goes by like a ship in the night or a cloud in the sky. Or put them on a little boat, the to-do list, and send it away. And when a thought comes, push it aside. Breathing in, pulling completely and exhaling. The stress washes away off of our bodies, falling away. Like a shell of a hard-boiled egg just peels away, and you can feel that stress just falling away. The mind is relaxed. So we breathe in, exhaling stress. We inhale peace, cleansing the body. Inhaling peace and calm. Exhaling stress, things that aren't serving us. Bringing the mind back to the body. Just moving your fingers and your toes. Take a nice breath in. Exhale. Bring your hands to heart center. Knowing that the peace and calm that you have in this class is available to you anytime you want, right? The peace is within us. The calmness is within us.